I believe the first ballot will be the highest vote total Donald Trump receives, and on a subsequent ballot, we're going to win the nomination and earn a majority.
Ted Cruz revealing his convention strategy. Cruz picked up 30 more pledged delegates in Colorado last night as he tries to close the delegate gap with Donald Trump. With me here to discuss this all, CNN political commentators Van Jones, who worked for President Obama, and Amanda Carpenter, who worked for Senator Ted Cruz. Also, we have Andre Bauer, former Lieutenant Governor of South Carolina and a Donald Trump supporter, and Nina Turner, who's supporting Bernie Sanders. Thanks one and all for being here. Appreciate it. Amanda, Senator Cruz is already talking about his strategy for the convention. First ballot, Trump will get the most amount of votes, but won't make 1,237. We're going to win on subsequent ballots. It's really going to come down to this.
Yeah, and I think it's a good thing that he's forecasting the strategy so everyone has a clear understanding of what can happen at the convention and no one goes into it confused. No one gets worried. What happens if Donald Trump didn't get it? Actually, I think it may take till the third ballot. It just depends on how many of those delegates become unbound. So if he even doesn't get it in the second ballot, I wouldn't have big cause for worry. But 2, 3, he's preparing people so that everyone knows what to expect, because confusion will cause chaos. And that's the last thing we want to see happen at the convention.
Lieutenant Governor, I want to ask you, the Boston Globe op-ed section did a fake front page of the Boston Globe during a Donald Trump presidency. It says, deportations to begin. President Trump calls for tripling of ICE force. Riots continue. Markets sink as trade war looms. U.S. soldiers refuse orders to kill ISIS families. And the one I like the best, new libel law targets, quote, absolute scum in press. What do you make of that?
To me, it's exactly what they accuse Donald Trump of. They are trying to invoke fear. The liberal media has now done exactly what they say he does. They say he incites fear. They make people concerned, and they've done exactly that with a front page news story.
Kind of sound like an April Fool's joke that came too late. I mean, it's kind of funny, but this reads more college to me than Boston Globe. I mean, it's kind of a silly prank, but I just don't think it rises to the level of Boston Globe.
At the same time, I do think that they are speaking to a lot of Americans. It looks like Donald Trump has run into a ceiling even in his own party, and some of it has to do with these very issues being so hyperbolic on so many different issues. At some point, it seems like it's catching up to Donald Trump.
Well, who do you think is going to be the Republican nominee with the landscape right now, Nina?
I don't know. I think folks have certainly underestimated Mr. Trump. He very well could be. And when I talk to Senator Cruz, I mean, he'll probably read Green Eggs and Ham on the floor of the convention. To shake it up a little bit, yeah.
What do you think? Who do you think the Republicans are going to ultimately nominate?
If you would ask me 2 weeks ago, I would have said Donald Trump, because at that point, he just seemed to be an unstoppable locomotive. But somehow the wheels do feel like they finally came off. I was one of the people, oh, he's going to blow up. They were saying that in the fall. I said, listen, this guy is Trumpzilla. He is just crunching on the villagers that used to be called senators and governors.
Right.
I think now he's in trouble.
And do you think that he's going to secure the nomination before the convention, or do you think it's going to be a convention fight?
He has a reasonable chance. Look, Ted Cruz had a good week, no question. I equate it to somebody's 21st birthday. They'll always remember it, but they're never going to have another one. The next few primaries, he's going to win them, and he's going to win them big. He, again, is going to show. Look, when you ask a politician, all of us have been around him for years, you ask them their favorite color, they say plaid. This guy has an authenticity that other people running for office don't have. He's bringing out new voters. I hear all this stuff that he's hit a ceiling, but his ceiling keeps growing. Every time we turn around, it was 20, it was 30, it was 40. Now he's winning primaries by over 50%. Somebody's not listening to the pundits, and they're coming out and voting in record numbers.